Hey everybody, Isabelle Morgan here. I have several questions to go over with you today, so that should be fun. Also, this is your last chance to register for our live online presentation tonight about the gemstones that we found in Tucson, at least the special, well, they're all special, but the ones that we picked out for this particular presentation are either super duper rare or they're just extra special in quality, or maybe their coloration is a little bit different, or their shape or something. Anyway, it's what we wanted to present to you to give you a taste of what we do when we go to Tucson and what we find. And we'll also be giving you a little bit of an overview of the mood in Tucson when we were there, because there was a lot going on. The industry is changing. And so I just thought I would give you this opportunity. You go to our homepage, real easy, go to learngem.org, and right at the top there'll be a button where you can register. Okay, one of the questions this month was, or this past week, in 5 words or less, why wear healing gemstones? Okay, because they give you an edge. 5 words. And in a few more words, it's because they bring forward your strengths, your very best, and then they strengthen those aspects of yourself that you want to have stronger, so that you can present yourself at your very best capacity, whether you're running a company or a race or managing a family or even your own health. I put my gemstones on in the morning, and sometimes it's the same day to day. Sometimes they're completely different. I'm wearing 2 poppy jasper necklaces. It's like, wow. Ooh, I feel great. But it's true. As soon as I put these necklaces on, I feel better. And I feel more capable of meeting whatever the day has to bring. And if there's something that needs to be shored up in my health, then I can wear a gem that can support that in particular while I go about my day. So yeah, it really does pay to be your best self. It helps you accomplish what you want to do, to grow beyond your current limitations and just express yourself in new and healthy ways so that you can serve life and feel good about yourself. One of the things I love to do is I'll just choose a necklace that I have not worn in months or maybe even longer. And I won't even ask if my body wants it. I'll just wear it because I know it's going to give me an outlook that I haven't seen before, or I'll be able to see myself in a new way that I've never seen before. So it can be very interesting. These gemstones, not only healing tools, but they're certainly tools for personal growth as well. And gosh, they're so easy to wear. They're like your daily companions. And in sphere form, this is the form that is the easiest to receive the energies of healing crystals by far. So the other question that came up was, what is the difference between rose quartz and morganite? Okay, this is an excellent question. I have a sample of each right here. Just give me a moment. I'm going to highlight the gemstones. I'm hiding their symbiotes so you can't tell which is which. But here they are. Can you tell which is which? Sometimes we can't, and we'll have a GIA gemologist tell us which is which. Morganite and rose quartz can be of identical color. Yes, their typical inclusions are usually a little different, so we can tell often just by the colorless inclusions which is which. But each gemstone can also be completely translucent without any inclusions at all. both of them can also have this beautiful, like misty background, which I just feel is so soft and soothing. But their energetic purpose is completely different. Rose quartz is about helping your body to release suppressed and stuck emotions, and morganite, this one, is like vitamins for your emotional body. It helps your emotional body have the nourishment that it needs to be able to self-control, self-regulate, and self-maintain. All right, so I'm going to start with the rose quartz, just to give you a chance to tune into these energies. We pair rose quartz with red spinel, but that's another story. I'm not going to get into the symbiotes. Rose quartz, when you wear it, first thing that happens is that its energies sink into your body. The reason is because rose quartz energy is looking for your muscles, because that is where suppressed emotions are held. Suppressed and unexpressed emotions are held in our muscles. That's why when we have a lot of emotion, we can feel more stiff. Well, that's another story too. I don't want to get off track here. So the action of rose quartz is sinking to get into the muscles so it can do its work. And the other action it has is lifting. It moves energy up the body. So once the unexpressed or suppressed emotions are released from the muscles, they move up the body so they can move out of the body. And that is actually done through chakra anatomy, the central chakra channel, the movement of energy that moves up the central channel and then out into the field around us. That's rose quartz. Morganite, in order to fulfill its mission to nourish us, has a completely different action. Rose quartz sinks to get its energy into the muscles. Morganite, when you wear morganite, its energy floats. It's the opposite of sinking. It's a floating action so that its energy can access directly our emotional body, an area within our energy field where emotions are generated, as quickly as possible. Also supporting its mission, morganite's energy has a lowering action. Rose quartz is lifting so that it can help you more easily let go of emotions. Morganite's action is lowering, and the reason is because the more centered and connected to the earth that you are, the more easily you can accept the energies of morganite, the more easily you can be in control of your emotions, the more easily you can decide how much to express emotionally and when and what kinds of emotions. You have more control the more settled your energies are. So can you see how the actions of morganite and rose quartz are opposite, but because those actions support precisely what those gemstones do, what their purpose is. So it fits together beautifully. It's also the reason why you don't usually you could wear these two gems together, because another principle is that if it is strung into a necklace, it's its own thing. So you could potentially, if it's called to you, you could wear two different necklaces. It would be like, oh, I don't know. I'm thinking of food. I'm thinking of, it'd be like eating cookies and cake in the same meal. But in any case, sorry about that. this would be the place where I would stop the video and okay, let me get back on track. You do not want to combine rose quartz and morganite into the same necklace. Just like you wouldn't want to smush the cookies and the cake together. I mean, it might taste good, but it certainly wouldn't look very good, and it wouldn't serve the purpose. But in the case of the two gemstones, their energies would conflict because it's in the same recipe, you might say. Each formula is its own recipe. It does its own thing. It has its unique way of moving energy. So, no, you would not want to put rose quartz and morganite together in a necklace because their actions would be in conflict. And then you wouldn't get the benefits of the rose quartz, and you would not get the benefits of the morganite either. So in any case, I got a comment from our YouTube channel that I want to share with you. And I quote, "I imagine we're about 2 beats away from you discovering that it was never the gemstones at all, but that the power was in you all along." I completely agree with you 100%. The power to heal is indeed within you. It's within all of us. But the thing is, sometimes the body forgets how to heal, or we don't have the energy or the resources to do so. And then what do? We suffer. And that's where the gemstones and the healing diamonds come in. They are super helpful, all natural healing tools. They remind the body how to heal. I think diamonds do more about that, where the gemstones just, here are the resources that you need. Here's all the ingredients that you need, all the resources that you need to heal. Whereas the diamonds are, oh gosh, they're another world completely. They're completely another world. But yeah. Okay, next question. We have been talking more about purple fluorite. We've been talking more about purple tourmaline lately in terms of the transition of the carrier of the purple ray from amethyst to purple tourmaline. And we've known about this for quite some time. We have got some purple tourmaline, so that's why it's been coming up. But somebody asked us, well, what's the role of purple rainbow fluorite to help people make the transition between amethyst and the new carrier of the purple ray, which is the purple tourmaline? Well, let me just say first that I think it's so interesting how purple tourmaline is evolving out of pink tourmaline. And this is just such a beautiful mother-daughter analogy or metaphor. And I think it's beautiful in that way because it is the pink tourmaline that supports feminine energy and balances the masculine in terms of the feminine. And so I don't know this for a fact, but I like to think that as in our body's own energetic evolution, as we're transitioning to this new purple ray carrier, that there might be some changes in terms of how society views feminine energy. Okay, you might be wondering, well, how does this person even know about purple rainbow fluorite? Well, I'm going to read you a very short excerpt from, this was my first book, It's the Gemstone Guardians. I did all the research for this book. I gave up the copyrights at my divorce, and since then, the book was rewritten, and then it was completely rebranded. So if you want to read the original version, it is the 1989 copyright. Yeah, so just another fun fact, the picture in the back right here, that's me. I am 9 months pregnant. I think I gave birth to my son 2 weeks later. So rosy red pregnancy cheeks. Just, oh, well, anyway, memory lane. Okay, so anyway, this book is an account of my experiences interviewing the different guardians of the gemstones. Okay, and so this is the guardian of amethyst speaking. And so he says, the difference in the amount of purple ray I have brought to this planet and the amount my successor will bring is very great. Because of this, the earth has provided the gemstone that you call purple rainbow fluorite to help people make the transition between the old carrier and the new. So that's where they got the idea of purple rainbow fluorite. I also took a moment to just browse through this book. I mean, there's such good stuff in here. Oh my gosh. Just a few paragraphs later, the guardian of amethyst predicts how our communication capability is going to explode. And this is before the internet, 1987. I certainly hadn't heard about it then, or 1989. The interview started 2 years prior in 87, in any case, or even the cell phone. So just so interesting. In any case, going back to purple rainbow fluorite, we have since learned that purple rainbow fluorite includes other colors of fluorite, and that's not what is that gem that helps to make a transition to purple tourmaline or a higher vibration of purple ray. It is in fact purple banded fluorite. This is a colorless fluorite or lavender colored fluorite that has distinct bands of dark purple in it. And why does purple banded fluorite support a person's transition to be able to work at a higher frequency of purple ray? Is because purple banded fluorite works with the 8th chakra. This is the chakra that's about 6 inches above the head. And it's like the 8th chakra is like the far-seeing eye, okay? When it's healthy, it has the ability to see far ahead. It can see where you're going, where you're heading. You can see the opportunities ahead of you. And you can also see opportunities side to side, but it's the ability to see ahead of you is how that gemstone can prepare you for your destiny. Purple banded fluorite, it's also great for helping you to see what's really there as opposed to what you want to see. So just taking a sidetrack just for a moment, eyesight tends to be an outflow, a projection of what we want to see. And this can actually result in depletion of energy in the eyes and a premature waning of our eyesight. Consider vision to instead be an inflow. Because when vision is an inflow, we are seeing what is really out there, what's really there. That's when vision is an inflow. So in any case, I answered a few questions. I went down a few rabbit holes. And so it was really nice to spend some time with you. I hope you enjoyed my weekly video. And I hope to see you tonight at the Tucson big reveal where you'll get to experience these gemstones as well as learn something new about them. All right, well, I'm Isabelle Martin, founder of the Gemstone Therapy Institute. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.